today's video is gonna be tech focused just like last time. I really wanted to hop on here and do a quick chit chat about cyberdecks and why I feel like they might be the new re-emerging trend in just today's tech landscape. So what is a cyberdeck? If you're 5 years old or if you don't really understand tech, a cyberdeck is just your own personalized computer, and a computer is anything that can follow and memorize instructions, improve your life, and produce results. That's a broad range of things, but that's the beauty about it, and that's the beauty about being in this space. So what I have been seeing online on TikTok is just that, cyberdeck people have been gravitating towards it for kind of something a little bit more innovative, personalized, and privatized as well. So because this computer is something that you can build using whatever you want to use, you can use, and what I have been seeing and what I personally also want to do for my own personal project is to use scrap material, to use vintage material, vintage tech, try to resource as much as possible, reuse, reduce, and recycle, especially because a lot of the waste that is currently emerging, especially in the global south, is e-waste. And e-waste is super toxic technical waste, things that we just throw out that we don't really think much of, that can really harm the environment, communities, and ecosystems across the world. So when we reuse this technology, that oftentimes, we can reuse it. We upgrade our phones every year, some of us, just because we have the ability to, even though the phone that we were using beforehand is a perfectly fine phone, and it's just very minimal specs of improvement that were made to the newer model, but we tend to gravitate towards it as a society just because of novelty and newness. But what I have been seeing, especially because of people identifying, the impact that just consumerism is having financially, economically, on the environment, I've been seeing people really gravitating towards just kind of slowing down on that consumption level. And what I think can also be a beautiful way to combat it is by repurposing and kind of creating old technology into something new that we would use and appreciate. So what have I been seeing as cyberdeck examples? I've been seeing a lot of different things, from custom watches to let's see, what else have I been seeing? Now my mind is of course blanking at the worst possible moment. I've been seeing people do custom libraries. I've been seeing people do dead libraries of media that we absolutely have a difficult time finding, which has also been something that I've been interested in just because it has impacted me, just the digitization. There's another group walking by. But just the digitization of our media and the privatization of it and putting it all behind a paywall in which none of us can really have access to. And then I've known that a lot of these corporations or corporations tend to just pull them down without, notice. And then whereas we had access to some of our most prized media, prized memories, that is now wiped. Whereas cyberdecks can help to combat that. Now, I've been seeing also people say, oh, cyberdecks are going to become something that people just buy and put on a shelf, another form of waste. But I'd like to challenge that idea, because each of the things that we invest our time into or create, we can always find a different purpose for it, even just in our homes, whether it be dishes, clothes, books, just things of that nature. And we are entering into a world where we have to be mindful about how we distribute information, how we distribute creation, how we distribute just things that are impactful, and how we impact our communities around us. And I'd also like to challenge the idea that perhaps in the far or probably not so far future, civilizations might stumble upon these cyberdecks and might be able to use them to garner knowledge about who we are as a people, just about civilization, about what impacted us in our current times. So I think there's like a lot of possibilities for cyberdecks and just for what can come out of it. And the reason why I'm so excited about it is right before the pandemic, I was in my senior year of college, and oh gosh, birds. I was in my senior year of college and I was in an Internet of Things class. And if you don't know what the Internet of Things are, it's literally just things that are connected to the internet. Basic household objects to just more complex and complicated systems. And what I was creating was a location tracking backpack so that parents can keep track of their kids throughout the day for a variety of different purposes. If you're in America, you tend to understand what the use cases for this might be. And this is something that I was really passionate about, and I remember just putting a lot of effort and time into it. But when the pandemic hit, it's just, due to the nature of what it was, that was put on pause, and obviously the class stopped, in-person collaboration for the project stopped, and it just fell flat. However, the emergence of cyberdecks really is starting to garner my interest and just helping me to think that, maybe it might be worth revisiting this idea. So stay tuned as I try to revive this passion project of mine, and I'm excited to take you guys on the journey and just see what we can create and what comes out of it. I'm moving into the realm where I want to just stay away from creating tech just for a profit. I think that tech, or just the entire field, is really thriving on innovation, or it was meant to thrive on innovation, and it's something that I think that is being lost in today's money hungry world. So I'm hoping that this can help me at least revive my love for tech. Oh, jeez, I'm red. Have a bird up. I'm gonna show y'all, but I'm hoping that this can help me revise my love for tech and also be able to help you understand the world of tech, or just inspire you to create, or I don't know, maybe research cyberdecks. Who knows? And here we have the culprit for scaring me. This is a dove, and I think they have a nest in here. But thank you so much for watching.